And these are malware builders. You have the evolution of SpyEye, the botnet. Then you have Zeus, and then you have Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy was one of the tools used for the RSA breach that was reported earlier this year. SpyEye and Zeus have been around for quite some time. Some of you may be aware that the source code for Zeus was sold to the author Gribodemon, who developed SpyEye. So as of January of this year, on the commercial criminal underground, the black market, SpyEye has the best of both worlds, Zeus and SpyEye functionality. So authors build the tools and they sell the kits, these kits. So for $2,000, you can buy the SpyEye on the top right-hand side. $2,000 US. If you want to buy the entire kit, it's about $10,200. And that's all the additional plugins to work with Firefox and Chrome and Opera. If you want to steal credit cards, if you want to have remote desktops. So there's all these additional plugins and functionality or modules that you can purchase from criminals. It's crazy, right? It's almost the same as going to a real, to a vendor and buying security tools and asking for additional plugins. Criminals are doing the same thing. So the malware authors sell to a botnet master, and sometimes, depending on the size of the botnet, they may have subordinates, people who work for them and help operate and maintain the botnet. So this is a control panel for SpyEye. This is version 1.2. This is a 2010 version, and this is 2011. So you can see the slight evolution, but it's still pretty much the same thing. There's just additional functionality. And the bot authors, they actually go through and do a very good job. And tonight at the live hack, I'm actually going to break into one of these, a live criminals who has no idea I backdoored his system. And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to rip it off the world. But you can see the country codes, where all the victims are, what you want them to do, what versions they have. So this is really well written, software for criminals. And how much money do your security budget? Is it a few $100,000? Is it $1 million? Depending on your organization. When just a simple tool of $2,000 can tear that all apart. Okay. So here's some more pictures. This right here is a Zeus control panel. This is the SpyEye. And these are other things that you can see. You can see the actual bot, GUID. You can see the IP addresses, what country codes. You can create different tasks. You actually have a functionality where, as a SpyEye bot master, I can click on just a button, RDP, and log in as you on your system. So when I steal your credentials, let's hypothetically say I'm a criminal, just hypothetically. I can log into your system as you with your credentials, log into your bank account, steal all your money and transfer it somewhere, and you call your bank and go, hey, where'd my money go? And the bank will tell you, well, you logged in from your house. It's your IP address that you connected from. You always connect from it. So how do we know you're not lying? That's a big problem right now in the United States, is trying to differentiate if it's really the victim or if it's the criminal. So these tools are becoming very, very easy to use. So even novice criminals can get started in this route. Okay, so now we've talked about the malware authors, and we have the bot masters and the bot operators, the people who work and set these things up, operate and maintain. What most people don't understand is there's actually other components. So we call these distribution providers or infector groups. These groups, their sole job is to just infect systems. So let's say, for example, Wayne over here is a bot master, and I'm a distribution provider. Wayne comes to me and gives me his malware and says, I want 10,000 infections a week. So my job is to give him to infect 10,000 systems a week for whatever contract money we've actually agreed upon. And there's actually rating systems, and there's service level agreements with criminals today. Vendors have the same thing, right? So it's kind of weird. So you have pay per install services. This is for the TDL, TDSS group, Aloron. You can see there's actually a ranging for every 1,000 victims in the United States, you get 160 US dollars. In Malaysia, $8 for every 1,000 infections. So it's on a sliding scale depending on what country you're in. But all I would have to do is infect people, and I get a little unique ID. So every time a system is infected, it phones back to these guys, and these guys pay me for just infecting systems. And then I don't have to do anything but earn money. So it's very, this is one easy way to do it, especially when you're going for third world countries where you have scientists and mathematicians who can't find a job. It's very difficult. It's a bad economy, but they need to make money for their families at home. This is a very easy way to do it. Also, you have forums where hackers openly communicate on a daily basis, every hour. They're sharing information. As security companies, how often do you go to to your competitor and ask them information? Hey, can you tell me something about this? Can you tell me about that? Well, the criminals do it all the time, and they freely share. And me being able to pretend to be a criminal and talk to them, all you do is share a little bit, and they'll tell you whatever you want to know. It's very, very easy. So here, you can see for 1,000 YouTube accounts costs 100 US dollars. Why would you want to hack into a YouTube account? Because you can put malicious links in the comments, or you can embed malware in the Flash for the Flash movie for a certain period of time before YouTube catches it and pulls it down. You also have this group right here actually gives you their ICQ number, tells you what exploits they have, how you can rent out their exploit kit as a distribution provider. So this information is just sitting out there on the internet for everyone and anyone to go see and consume. Here's someone is actually looking to rent an exploit kit. And they're like, hey world, can someone please point me in the right direction? I need to buy an exploit or rent an exploit